Hey, hello everyone. We're live. I'm gonna be quick because we're in a game. So actually, if we want to transition over to that real quick.
A gift. Here.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Teleport's ready.
Flawless.
Good to click on Valorant. Oh, hello? Test. One of my family members who's watching, actually I won't know till 3 minutes, but if you could send me a message that the mic's working, that'd be dope. Thank you. Hello everybody. We're joining you a bit late because Overwatch B stream had technical troubles. We had technical troubles and everything is going amazing. But we're going to keep our spirits high because it is the placement week of the NECC for Valorant. And so instead of it being a normal best of 3 like we previously had the last couple of streams, it'll end up being a multiple best of 1s. And the NECC uses this essentially just to help place the teams into skill divisions when it comes time for the season to properly be played. So essentially, preseason matches, scrimmages. Cleveland State won the pistol round off of a failed take from Rochester. As we see, Shucky will get the enemy chamber. But they're not expecting this close of play. Shucky was my co-commentator a couple nights ago as CSU makes quick work on this anti-eco. But the enemy Omen should get a spike plant down. I doubt it'll be more than that, but a spike plant is still a spike plant. Yeah, lots of information to get through, so apology that these first couple rounds are sporadic, as CSU does clean it up, and I need to turn down my game. Yeah, hello, audio mixer. God, I love that I found this. moving on. It's gonna be a little bit more casual tonight. We're here to have a bit more fun than normal.
None of my stuff has
I don't really know what else to say so far.
celebrate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think I did. So, hopping into the action, you have a lot of different names compared to the CSU main team. Again, obviously this is the academy team, but still just as deadly. Wow, and Cross and I think that's Wilson both go down. NECC's. Yeah, double check. Me when NECC's
Spike planted.
goes down, and it is up to Yumi, Shucky, and Ivan in the 3v5 take here as Ivan sees the flash. Is actually gonna sneak up here. Never mind, can't get the kill onto the fade as it's now a 2v4, quickly turn 1v4. It's all up to Shucky. He can't get it out, and Rochester will take a flawless round. I mean, 2-1 so far. Lotus is a 3-site map, so it is going to favor the attackers a little bit. But, especially that CSU got the pistol round to get to. Very helpful in their cause to winning this game. And the utility that you're seeing there is a very good combo you can do with Fade and Raise. Essentially, that Fade device is going to grab the enemy, and the Raise grenade is a grenade. I don't think that needs much more explanation. But Rochester, again, getting the opening pick onto Shucky this time, and that is the chamber that went down. So... I mean, losing a chamber, losing your firepower this early into the round can be a huge detriment. And they're not going to sniff out NECC as he gets 2, almost gets 3, but goes down. He does even everything up as Ivan's here on a flank. Never mind. Cross gets 1, making it a 2v2. Nice trades coming out all around after the early pick. Cross not going to make his presence known.
Seconds left.
He's going to take a 1v1, and this could just straight up give the round. He's going to do his due diligence, though.
Last player.
He is not going to get the kill. It's all up to Yumi in the 1v2 clutch situation to maintain the lead for CSU. Can't clutch it out. Will now be 2-2 even strength right now. As I try to get caught up on a lot of the information. Again, both us and the Overwatch B stream are having some technical issues. So apologies if we start off slow. I'm sure we'll heat up over the course of the night. And this is another kind of... not even kind of a major utility set, as Isaiah will get the opening kill onto the enemy chamber. Ivan gonna make a play to destroy the door. I'm not sure if they're ready for this fight immediately. As Shucky goes down and the enemy Vise, that's the character, gets 2. NECC will get another one. Yumi peeks and gets shot down. NECC's trying to get a second with a sheriff, gets tagged by the fade. As Cross is doing his work right now. That is the main varsity player. And really, I just don't think there's time for CSU to get this defuse off. They're certainly gonna try.
Player standing.
It is unlikely though, as Rochester will get a third round, excuse me, at the cost of both their players, though.
Or use a gun.
Whichever. Looking at the ult economy here, Rochester in a much better spot right now. Off the back of the failed fade ult coming out of CSU. Excuse me. Again, though, anything can happen. Truly, we don't know what to expect here. Chamber will almost get caught in the grapple, the old grapple explosion combo as Shucky goes down on the C site, and they're just storming towards it. Ivan gets one, can't get multiple though. Maybe waited a little too long on the trigger discipline, but who are we to judge? As CSU is going to have to play retake on this C site. And this is a very difficult site to play retake on, honestly. Like, a lot of different tricky angles that, well, yes, you can combo up. There's no real way to, like, split the site unless you have smokes. Which they do. They have the Omen smokes as NECC does go down to a wallbang headshot. Yumi gets one and Cross gets one, turning this into a 2v2. As Cross goes down, it's all up to Yumi. Doesn't check their right. Gets tagged, but gets the enemy chamber. It's a 1v1. Time is not on their side.
What's another death?
Gonna have to stick it. Can't stick it. And Rochester will go up 2-4. And it appears as if both chambers are going to be ulting. Not heading towards the same spot.
You want to play? Let's play.
Isaiah willingly getting tagged by the Vise blind. Maybe hoping some information. It's going to be a chamber versus chamber, and Isaiah will not win that battle as Ivan gets one, almost gets two, but now he's trapped. Tries to peek over the top, won't matter. Now 3v4. This Cross is going to try to make something happen. He does mark the enemy Omen. Almost gets a timing out, but can't, as it is all up to Emmy in the 1v4 turned 1v3. Tries to teleport back to Waterfall, but it won't work out. So now it's up to, we gotta see what Cleveland say if they have any rabbits in their hat, as they do have 3 ultimates, one being an Omen and another being a Vise ult, which both can be good to create these retake opportunities. But we'll just have to see for now. CSU playing for the ult orb. You know, Rochester stacked this A main entrance, and they're just gonna flood out of it here soon. Raise grenade goes out, does deal some pretty good chip damage onto the chamber. Meanwhile, Raise is gonna pop up, gets one but gets traded. As Cross is gonna try to hold his own, actually gonna try to fall back. Probably the objectively smart decision. Omen gets used on to at least get over here quickly. As Yuumi gets one, jumps, can't get a second. The Visalt will come out, forcing everyone to switch to their pistols for a little bit. Enemy Omen's gonna ult as well. It's a 2v3, so they do have to be careful. They're gonna double swing, turn it into 1v3. The enemy Omen is just nowhere to be found. He does get one, but Cross is defusing and he's not letting go. I mean, Shucky is watching this, so it doesn't really matter as Shucky gets the kill and Cross defuses the spike to get CSU the third round of the game. And while I do feel good that Cleveland State got a round win, I am a little worried that it cost them 3 of their ultimates to do it. I do believe this could lead to some problems in the future. It actually is a nice raise tether, or fade tether, but unfortunately the raise nade is a little offline, I think is what happened. As Chamber kills Raze, Cross gets 3! But can't finish the job. The enemies are gonna fade onto the site. Ivan goes down, turning into a 2v2 now.
Spike planted.
And we gotta see what Isaiah and Yuumi are cooking here. Isaiah gets a nice flick onto the enemy fade, and Yuumi almost Omen diffs, but can't. Isaiah's gonna tap the spike. Yuumi goes down. Isaiah gets the trade. That'll be another round, this time without having to use an ultimate. So maybe there is a little hope for Cleveland State here.
No fireworks today, I'm afraid.
Okay. I mean, hi PJ. Shut up, PJ.
That works.
Truly the goat of all goats.
That's not ready. Teleport's ready.
Early contact getting taken here as Shucky is just, again, playing with the op. I mean, I didn't know he was good with the sticks like that. Shoots a Roomba out of the air like it's a clay pigeon as Ivan gets the opening pick onto the enemy Vise. Both teams running very similar team comps. Isaiah catches a timing. Can't fall off the angle quick enough. He's going to get pinched for sure, yeah. He gets one but can't finish it off. But CSU takes it into a 4v2. As Yuumi will get a kill on the enemy chamber, and the enemy Raze will bring a knife to a gunfight. I mean, self-defense 101, don't do that. CSU will even the score at 5-5. Oh, man. Dude, best of ones are both, like, so fun and, like, so boring. They're fun because it's, like, high-stakes action, you know, like, every round's important. But they're so boring because it's so luck-based. I mean, not really luck, but I mean, especially pistol round in Valorant, we know it can be lucky. That wasn't luck, though, as Isaiah gets a kill onto the enemy chamber, taking them out of the round. I am curious to look at what the chamber killing chamber rate on which everyone kills the other first. It seems to be transitioning into round wins well, knock on wood. And this mid round is going to screech to a halt as it looks like Rochester's going to be going for a C long take here.
Still Evaluating.
But they're gonna run in across, and again, very good as NECC gets 3. Oh my goodness. As the enemy Vikes is gonna get 1, Cross is gonna go down. Wow, the enemy Vikes gets 3 as well. It's up to Ivan. He crosses. They know it won't matter. And CSU will take the first lead since the pistol round.
Last round in the half.
I mean, yeah, they seem to answer their, or at least Cleveland State seems to answer Rochester's 5-round winning streak, getting for their own, you know, really, really humble in that confidence a little bit, and saying like, hey, we know you're able to win these rounds, but we're able to win them too. We're able to string them together. And, I mean, both ult economies look really strong right now. I say that as it's the last round of the half, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I do appreciate having a Fatal, and especially going against a Vise ult. The Fade Decay can make those pistols not as big of an issue. But with how much of a fragger Cross is kind of playing in this game, speaking of the Vise ult and the Raze ult, there they go. As NECC is down to 6 HP. Yumi's gonna be running into a death trap. A Shucky swings, gets shot, and Yumi gets shot. As here's the Fatal with the Odin. What is happening? Okay, the Odin isn't enough. Ivan goes down, and it will be a 6-6 half. And normally I wouldn't be too worried about that, but again, I mean, Lotus does have a little bit of that attacker favor. So, actually, I totally was going to say Defender in my brain. Nope, it's attacker favor. CSU's fine. Again, knock on wood. Shout out the Screaming Cat. Now, I'm curious, because the Academy team at least plays a very puggy pickup ball style of Valorant, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they do the same defaults on pistol round. Or whether they're just like gung-ho, rush a site, don't stop, pray to God we don't run into the Vise. But it looks like they're going to be running into a C default here. With maybe Isaiah taking some early aggression. And he's running into a stack. He only sees 1, but he gets utility dumped by 2 more, so he knows to just get out of there quick.
I have the spike.
Someone finally grabs the spike. Ivan gonna hit a quick flash, and they're just playing hot potato with the spike, and they're running into the enemy's chamber, who teleports away. And it is a full run down A, as the enemy chamber tries to get out as quick as he can. But now he has backup, and the enemy chamber gets 1 as Ivan gets it. The quick switch almost gets him killed, but it doesn't. Cross is planning the spike now. Ivan making sure to not get himself in trouble. Ivan gets a second kill. As Yumi goes down, it's going to be a 3v2 in favor of CSU. Cross is going to get 1, looks away. Ivan gets a 3k on the pistol round. Amazing job by him, and CSU will take a lead, 7-6.
Ability, dedication, time. That's all we need.
Now, I feel like the breaks on this stream are going to be probably inconsistent depending on just what the scoreline is after each best of 1. Because I don't know when exactly they match up as Ivan. Ivan, please! Ivan, no! Okay, so we're just collectively pretending that didn't happen. Right? Didn't see a thing. Meanwhile, it is still a 3v4, so it's not the end of the world for Cleveland State. They actually do have a pretty rich ult economy for being round 2 of the half. I don't know what that ping was for. Just feel a little out of place, sorry. Someone makes a footstep and the enemies hear it. I don't know who did it, but there's a vise wall. Everyone gets through it at least. Bandai goes up, doesn't scan anyone, and Yumi is going to be playing the spike. But Rochester's ready for this, and they have a full retake brewing. And in their pistol, or in their eco round. This could get dicey. And they have an outlaw as well. This could really get dicey. It's a 2v4. As NECC gets 1, it's all up to Cross, who gets 2. Who gets 3 to clutch and make this eco round winnable, I guess, a win, but at what cost? I mean, I'm glad of the win, but now they really don't get a bonus. They're bonusing, that's fine. They get a bonus, but what could have been a really strong bonus turns into just a meh one at best. They're walking up B site. Chamber gets an early kill. It's going to be a 3v4 now. Cleveland State, I mean, they have shown a tendency to claw these gaps back. As Cross takes first contact, gets a kill. Enemy raise, tags up, Cross gets 2. Cross goes down though, it's all up to Shucky. My lovely co-commentator himself, at least for Gleck, has a 1v2 to take care of now. Gonna spray down the box. Got plenty of time, he's got 50 seconds. He's gonna tap tree and fall back. And both the enemy Chamber and Vise are operating as a unit. And all it is right now is what's his next move. It's a game of cat and mouse, but who's the cat and who's the mouse? That's what we're looking to answer right now. 30 seconds ticks by. And both sides are pretty committed. This is an A hit. He sees it. He does ping, so it looks like it's going to be an end on C. And it will not an end on C, an end on B, excuse me, as he is planning the spike but gets full blinded. And he just makes noise, runs into 2, can't get either. And Rochester will take the bonus round. Yes, Chamber, we did actually think it would work. Anyway.
They are so dead. That's a good spot.
And yes, I've just been pointed out by my lovely girlfriend that the stream title is wrong. I'm aware of it. Because of all the tech issues tonight, we're fixing it at break. We literally did not have time to do it beforehand. So, excuse the title being wrong. I don't know if the game is wrong either. But it'll be fixed soon. Don't worry about that. Like I said, it's a best of 1, so really won't be fixed that long. Shucky, you scared the daylights out of me on that swing. Not necessary, dude. Now we're... Ivan, are you going to redeem yourself, please? Pretty please? Pretty please? With the cherry on top? The enemy Chamber did ult here, so this is actually an interesting round. Couldn't say in a 5v2. I mean, I guess if you're Rochester, you kind of have to go for it on the back of the Chamber ult. That was a miss on the eye. The rare miss from Cross. And the enemy Chamber just now getting into it. And at this point, it's probably too late. As Yumi gets a wallbang headshot kill. I mean, the enemy Chamber gets 1, but can't get 2. And Cleveland State will take the 9-7 lead now.
Trust me, they will make mistakes. When they do, take advantage.
So once again, we got to see what Cleveland State's up to. Is Shucky going to be first point of contact here? Not really often you see a chamber be the first point of contact, and really it comes down to what angle he checks, and he doesn't check the right one. And judging by the rule of chamber diff, this looks like a pretty good round for Rochester. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. As CSU is looking to hit off of this, Ivan sees 2. Likely to end up on a B hit. They know no one's B main. And CSU is just storming onto the B site. Meanwhile, Ivan actually goes down by the hands of the enemy Rays. This is a very chaotic round. I don't understand what's happening. All I know is CSU is out in the 3v5 as Cross gets 1, but it's at the cost of NECC's. And this is an eco round turned nightmare as Yuumi falls back. They're both going to try to rotate to A and at least get a spike plant down. But again, it's at what cost are you doing this? Yumi's going to try to hold heaven with her life, but I don't know how much it's going to work. Actually, they're all coming CT, so maybe it will work. Yuumi playing anti-flash right now. And it's all up to Cross. How many can he get? The answer is 0. Tier to Yuumi, gets 1, has to hold, teleports away, makes noise, gets a 2nd, gets a 3rd, gets a 4th, and an amazing clutch from Yuumi. Cleveland State will go up 10-7. Just when we thought the round was over, Yuumi comes out and proves that anything can happen. And now if you're Rochester, what do? You're forced onto essentially a full eco round. It will end up being a half buy. Man, I would not be feeling good after that round.
Cover going out.
And Ivan will go down as Shucky hears them break the door between A to B. And Isaiah lining up. Both take a point of contact. Will end up teleporting away and not taking the engagement. It looks like CSU is prepping for a C hit. And NECC is going to raise ult and try to clear as many angles as he can. Here's someone running but can't get the kill on him. Takes him down to like 1 HP though. The Roomba is ineffective at finishing the job. There comes the Fade Cat. But NECC goes down and Cleveland State's in the 3v5 as the Vise is going to ult. Not the Vibe, the Vise is going to ult, excuse me. As Cross is down to just a pistol. I mean, taking a fight against a low damage chamber, that's good enough. Yuumi didn't get hit, and they don't clear. It's a 1v1 again, Yuumi in the clutch. Omen does hit the fake teleport, and then immediately smokes. I don't know fully what the plan is here. Yuumi knows that she just has to wait. Omen's gonna stick it. Can't stick it, but it will come at the cost of Yumi's life. But 11-7, economy is so good for Cleveland State that I don't think it really matters at this point. Looking at the ults economy as well as the money situation, I mean, if you're Cleveland State, you only used a Raze ult and an Omen ult on that round, and you took a site. Now you have a Vise ult and a Chamber ult, which both are very good. Chamber ult, especially when the money gets tight, if that ever happens. You're 2 away from a Fatal as well. really, it's, I mean, everything that can go right is going right for Cleveland State right now. Count how many times I said right in that sentence, as that is not right. Isaiah will go down first. Something rule of chamber diff, we know what happens. I don't know what that was. Ivan hears the enemy chamber utility patrolling the B site. And I'm just now noticing both teams went with a double sentinel setup. That is a choice for Lotus, but okay. Ivan cleans it up, redeeming himself to equalize the trade, excuse me. Hello OBS, can I help you? NECC falls, and Yumi picks up the trade, though. As Cross knows there's one CT. Gonna use the Fatal, probably. Visalt pops out. I can hear the argument for maybe Rochester should just save, especially as the Fatal comes out, but Ivan goes down. It's a 2v3. Cross is getting pinched as Yumi gets one. Again, coming up huge. Almost gets two. Cross gets one, but does get traded. Rochester unfortunately plays that round correctly. That is how you win a clean 3v2 retake. Is just trade your picks and make sure no one goes down without a trade. But 11-8, Cleveland State's economy is still fine. I believe, anyway. Yeah, it's still good. Maybe a little bit late. But with... yeah, I think they're actually saving the Shucky ult for... he's gonna use it now, I think. Yeah. He's gonna use his ult now. He dropped his teammate a weapon. And that is the beauty of playing Chamber, is just being able to use the ultimate whenever you like. And especially like when you don't have money to really make another play, can really turn the tide of a game. He's gonna just take the Raise Nade straight to the face. No qualms about it as NECC's with the Phantom. Ivan gets one. Definitely redeeming himself. Ivan gets two. Looking to possibly get three. He's getting a little antsy with it. Gets three. Gets four. On pace for the ace. And he has to go against an ulti. Oh, he wants it. Oh, he wants it. Go get it, kid. Go get it. Can't get it. Chamber gets the kill. But that did pretty much secure the round. I should just shut up before I say anything that would jinx it. It is Cross and Yumi, two of the best performers right now for Cleveland State. Oh, Yumi spots the gun barrel, hopefully. And Cross gets the kill before it even shows up on our screen. And Cleveland State will now have 4 match points to try to close this map out. Close this game out, actually. It's just the best of 1. Ha-ha! And that Fade Eye will detect nothing. I need to learn the lineup for that to use in my matchmaking games. As Ivan goes down. CSU is just going to push through tree. And is just going to try to take this A site. I mean, it's not really being contested. In terms of what I said last night, we're not quite on chair on the highway level. As NECC gets the kill, but we're definitely like chair on the side of the the side of the highway that just got listed on Craigslist. But Cleveland State does go down. It'll now be 12-9, 3 more match points.
No button. Save the day. Easy. Whatever happens, don't panic. Trembling is bad for your aim.
And even though this game is going for a long number of rounds, they happen quick rounds, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're on like a 10-minute break after this. I mean, I'll try to fill dead air, so hopefully we're not sitting on the BRB screen forever. But like we said, it's going to be a lot of fast-paced matches at you tonight. So sit back, grab some popcorn, enjoy it. I don't know, if you don't like popcorn, grab some M&Ms or whatever your preferred movie snack might be. And what? I think there was a gap in that smoke. Okay. I don't know, is that a known one way? And am I just tripping? No? Okay. Okay. I mean... Yeah, alright, well, Isaiah's taken out of the round. Just like that. Welcome to Valorant, I guess. That has confused me. Where's Yumi? Yumi is here, never mind. Ivan blinds, but finds someone, but gets killed before he can get the kill. And it's going to be a 5v3 now in favor of Rochester, as Ivan's gonna get the ult. Not really much the Vikings can do, as Yumi does get a kill. It's just Yumi now. We saw her pull a miracle off earlier. Can we see her do one now? No, she can't. And it will be 12-10 in favor of Cleveland State.
Again, their fear is a trap, and the trap is fresh. Placed. Flashing.
And we gotta see what Ivan does here. It's CSU is gonna full sprint onto the B site. But the enemy Fade is getting aggressive with the ult. Ivan has somehow snuck into... I say snuck, but gets caught out by the Fade utility, and it's up to Cross, who somehow got onto the C site with all that. Yeah, okay, buddy, pop off. It's a 1v4 in an eco round. I don't know how this ends. Probably not well, but you never know. And by not well, I mean he gets one, but can't get two. And it will now be 12-11. CSU has one final match point to close us out before we go into overtime.
Push a button, save the day, easy.
Yeah, looking at CSU in this final round, they have 4 ultimates. Meanwhile, on the side of Rochester, they have 2, but both those 2 are very good for retakes. So really, nothing is guaranteed for either team this round. And we get to see, it looks like this final play is just going to be a C-take, as Cross has an Odin. He definitely doesn't want this game to go into overtime. And he's just going to storm through as Shucky gets a kill. It's a 5v2. Every ultimate comes out of Cleveland State as Yumi gets a little aggressive and gets punished for it. Addo running for dear life. Gets close out of the enemy Vise wall. As Shucky gets killed. I mean, and now it's an enemy Vise situation, but it doesn't punish the Odin. I mean, yeah. It's just up to Cross, and Cross gets killed, and we're going to overtime, folks. And hey, I didn't say anything jinxing. So maybe I should attempt to jinx them every time, because like every time I have, they clutched it out eventually, but the one time I don't say anything, for those of you that maybe don't watch Valorant, and I know I have some of my family watching, Overtime is very simple. You play one attack, one defense. You win both, you win. You split, you do it again. And you just keep going until someone wins. So, Cleveland State will be starting on the defense. Shucky going with the op. And the shorty, I'm assuming is what he bought. Op and bullet? Up and bullet, yeah. A bullet's 300 credits?
Tripwire. 200 for the tripwire, 100 for one bullet.
He has a tripwire, this is true. Thank you, Will. Shout out producer Will. And he will get punished off the angle and also make it clear that there is an op on board. I don't really know what the purpose of using your op was for that shot, but to each their own. Cross will be making footsteps on the C site. As Larumba finds a target, Cross will begin making loud movements towards the B site. And Shucky is waiting patiently. NECC lets one pass. You know they're calling that out. The Rays didn't clear it properly. But NECC is just going to let him play retake. Or let CSU play retake, excuse me. And Shucky will get another kill. Maybe playing retake was the play here, as Cleveland State now has a 5v3. And like we said, due to the attacker-favored nature, never mind, the enemy chamber gets 2. Due to the attacker-favored nature of this, the enemy chamber gets 3, but NECC is cleaning up. Enemy chamber on a 4K, and has the ultimate. Yumi's on it! Yumi is sticking! Yumi is sticking and Yumi will clutch it out! And so despite the enemy chamber acing, this is Cleveland State's round. Oh my god! There is the old saying, pros don't fake, and if you ever wondered how that came about, that's how it came about. And Cleveland State now needs to just win one attack and they win this game. And should they fail to do it, they go back on the defense. And we do it all over again. Yippee!
Find you.
Love to recognize there's no C control right now on the side of Rochester. Oh, and the Fade Dog misses. Fade Dog misses and Shucky gets 1 for it. Ivan almost gets a kill, but the chamber TP's out. That's a TP, sees 2, but can't get either. That was the blind, not the thorns. I thought the thorns just got shot midair, which would have been cool. But unfortunately, that's not what happens as CSU goes to the C exec. And this is a very slow C exec, thanks to the Vise wall that the enemies put up as Ivan gets a 1-tap. And it'll be a 5v3 that CSU just needs to close out, and they will win this game. Rochester's hopes are in Vladko and Mar as the 2 remaining players. And Shucky goes down to the enemy chamber. That's all up to the enemy Omen, and Yumi will shut that down quick, and CSU will beat Rochester 14-12. That is the only map that they'll play against this team. However, we are looking at least one more best of 1 that I know of. Yeah, I mean, all around an amazing game. First game in overtime I got a cast, so I'll take it. Yeah. We got the issue sorted out. Again, I'm going to put us on break really quick, and when we come back, hopefully A, the stream title will be fixed, and B, we will have CSU versus another school and another best of 1. So I'll see you guys then. you want. What's up, everyone? I hope you enjoyed the break with the music. So, I think we're getting back into the party. From what I saw on their computers when I walked out there, I think it's only 2 games. I don't know for sure, but we're gonna hope it's only 2 games. We're not gonna hope. I'm good. Valorant's fun. Casting Valorant's fun. Playing Valorant less so, but casting Valorant's fun. And I don't know what school we are playing or what the map pick is, but I believe I hear agents being selected, so let's... Nope, I don't hear agents selected. Unlucky. So... while we do this, the issue with the stream title is it's a restream issue, and I don't know how to run that, so the stream title is going to be broken, and that's okay.
BGSU.
BGSU. Oh, Bowling Green. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do you know how to update that graphic, or do I need to get over there real quick? Other team name. We're working the show here. We got it. Apologies, I'm texting our production director.
Oh, I got it.
You got it? Let's go! We are doing producing. Wait. we are doing stuff. Yeah, we're getting stuff done. We got it. Hopefully, I'll get the login details. If not, no worries.
Title should be changed.
Title should be changed? Like
What?
the school title?
Oh, when I said I got it, I logged in restream.
Show me how you did that after. Please.
Oh.
Okay, sounds like we're getting into game now. Apologies for the technical delays and the lack of professionalism. I am trying to figure out details. Oh, we're on Haven. Oh. How did we let Haven get... Or how did they let Haven get through the map ban? Why is Ivan looking at Clove? Why are we looking at Clove on Haven? I mean, look, I get it. We're going against Windows XP. I get it. Of course, we see a Sova and a Yoru. That's not too unsurprising. Okay. Okay, well, the Clove has been locked. Well, time to watch a game of Haven where Clove is the only smokes. Okay. Okay. You know what? We listen, and we don't judge. Yeah. I mean, I've seen Breach a little bit, at least, in organized play. Like, with the Neon, you can kind of capitalize on it. What are these team comps, man?
Not running Haven
Not running who?
Not running Breach on Haven is crazy to me.
Right.
But
Many... I mean, I know CSU loves this double duelist setup. And it is Valorant, so you can kind of just outgun the other team. Ivan.
Over there.
There we go. Ivan's moving. Let's go, gang. Ivan is no longer moving.
Cutting through.
NECC's taking very early mid control as we hear the footsteps towards A, causing a almost entire rotate out of CSU with the exception of the Cypher and NECC himself. Ivan does get hit by a flash, and it's going to be a very swift A take as Cross gets one but goes down. Shucky gets another. NECC's flank gets shut down. It's 3v3 here out of the side of CSU, and turn that into a 3v1 now.
Over there.
Listen to ISO, guys. He's over there. Meanwhile, not ISO, Clove is going to lose the heal. And thought he got the tap. Okay, whoa, Shucky goes down to 1v1. It is Yuumi in the clutch. And, I mean, it is Yuumi. So...
They're on the back foot. Let's deliver another blow.
I'm double checking. Stream title should be fixed now. All it changes, it still shows that we're playing League, but other than that, everything is fixed. So, like, this is, apologies. Again, apologies, we're working out tech issues. This is what it looks like on my phone. In other good news, Overwatch Academy swept 3-0 in their game. So this is very huge, as NECC will get in the opening kill. As we see Yuumi with the ADHD butterfly knife inspection as Shucky gets a 3K. Trying to cast, Shucky gets a 4K. You can just look up at the minimap while we figure stuff out here. And yeah, it will be a quick 2-0 for CSU, this time with a flawless, so hopefully they will be able to capitalize and maybe get a third round off of this. Who knows? Isaiah, aka Shucky, already has his ISO ult. And it looks like CSU is kind of gonna a long stack here. And they're gonna guess right as Shucky is getting ready to use his ISO ult, and it picks up the Neon, which is a huge pickup actually. Meanwhile, NECC gets a 2K, but it's at the cost of 2 trades. And Ivan gets a pick, making it a 3v2 for CSU. NECC's on a 3K but goes down. And again, it's up to Yuumi. But Yuumi is the only player on this round that started with an actual rifle. I'd almost say, even though she's playing the retake, I'd almost say she's at an advantage here. Going on a flank, fidget spinning, the butterfly knife. Gonna run into the Astra, will get the kill. It'll be 3-0 now in favor of Cleveland State off of the back of a bonus round that they didn't have to spend a lot of money on.
This is a nice spot. This goes here. Yes, this should do. That goes there.
And NECC gets an early kill as the close smoke goes out. Shucky gets another, but NECC goes down. Shucky just re-aggressing, gets a 2K, but goes down. It's a 3v2 in favor of CSU. Normally, I'd be totally lovely with it, but again, I don't really know about all that. Never mind, CSU gets a third. Ivan will get the 1-tap, and Cross finishes it off again with the Odin, making every silver and below shiver their timbers.
Don't give them time to position.
And we got the stream fixed. Yeah, 2 wins. Let's go. Up top. Hope that came over the microphone, but if it didn't, that's alright. Water. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. I know I'm one to talk, but hydration, very important. So heading into round number 5, CSU does lead 4-0. And neither will get the opening pick as Shucky tries to take a firefight. And yeah, I mean, this is an interesting round. It's all up to Chase. It doesn't even matter. Cross at the 3K and CSU will take a 5-0 lead now. I choose not to say words, but I hope words are implied. Okay? Okay. I'm just saying, this lead on defense side of Haven, pretty nice. And CSU is just like reading Bowling Green. Like they are in great position every time, no matter what. They're reading their defaults. If this wasn't a qualifier, I'd say they'd been studying their film, but there's really not a lot of film to work off of yet. Yeah, that Sova animation looks so weird left-handed. Meanwhile, seems like Bowling Green's rotating their way to a B hit as NECC gets a 2K on a flank. Prepares his teleport, has his knife out, might get crept up on. Ivan gets one but goes down. It's a 3v2, but Ivan's back like he never left. And NECC will go down, getting outflanked on his flank. Ivan trying to get one, does get one. He does keep his life. And somehow Ivan escapes that. And Cleveland State takes a 6-0 lead now. BGSU with a timeout. Yeah, I too would be taking a timeout if I just got smoked 6-0 attacking on Haven and got red. Literally, like, my opponents just picked up the entire Harry Potter series. I mean, what adjustments do you even make? You have 3 ults, and your breach is close, so you can possibly try to run a set piece out of this timeout. Maybe Astra ult onto... Honestly, any of the sites is really good for an Astra ult if you use it right. You have a solo ult for post plant, you have a Cypher ult for once you get the opening pick. But that once you get the opening pick is more if you get the opening pick, because right now, not looking good for Bowling Green. Your breach is 2-way, so maybe even if that timeout comes out and it's not this round you use it. But definitely you want to take this timeout to recenter yourself. You know, collect all your thoughts. I mean, Cleveland State is running away with this so far.
Try not to die. Cutting through.
Where's the teleport going? Who's to say? Let's follow the journey of the rogue teleporter. Meanwhile, Ivan gets the first kill. That's NECC's going down, though. But will end up being a 4v4 trade as Shucky's in the ISO ult against the enemy Astra. This would be a huge kill, but he can't finish it off as Ivan is just biding his time. Gets 1, almost gets 2. And it's up to Cross with the Odin, at least all the C site. Now it's up to Yumi in 1v2 to keep the shutout alive. 1v2, there's a minute left on the clock, so plenty of time to work this and try to take a 1.
Camera taken out.
Realize it's going to be an A hit, and this site is hard to retake, but there is 2 Cypher cages already down. Knows the plant's probably default.
Spike planted.
Gets swung, gets 1, gets 2! Yumi with another clutch to keep the shutout alive. Yeah, I said it. I said the word now. I feel safe saying it. It may not end up in a goose egg, but you know, we're definitely getting there. It's now 7-0 in favor of CSU, and you know they're just showing mercy at this point. They're showing mercy. They're letting them get the spike down. They're letting Bowling Green just have a sliver of hope. There is no hope.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, Silva, I don't know what in the ping diff that was, but will go down. However, Bowling Green gets 2 off of it, and they have 3 ultimates to try to work this pick. Ivan again playing in the smoke, doing what a Clove does best, and that's be a little rat. Sees the breach, 4x3 stretch res moment right there. Not even 4x3 stretch, that's just me doing something moment. And we see Gavin with the Odin trying to hold garage, and it looks like Bowling Green is recentering for a C take. Unfortunately, they're running into the one player. I mean, I say the one player, but Yumi has absolutely been rocking it these 2 games. I say the one player as in, like, he's the varsity player. Crosshairs, it is a C take. Gonna try to make a play. Gets one. It's up to Yumi to 1v3. Again, to keep the shutout alive. Sees the Cypher cam and shuts it down. Enters 1, gets 1, but can't get 2. Windows XP with a 3k, and at least to protect BGSU from the shutout. They didn't use a single ultimate in that round. Are they waiting to have all 5 of them charge up? That'd be so funny.
This goes here. This is a nice spot.
And then we see NECC playing a nice little rat spot here with Yoru. As Isaiah's going to try to take an aim duel. But the own Clove Smoke shuts it down. Okay, buddy. That's... I mean... And it looks like Bowling Green might be trying to go for an A hit as Ivan ticks 1, can't get a second.
Destabilizing.
Spike planted.
And yeah, now it's just a barrage of ults. As Cross's Sova ult doesn't really do that much, but the Breach ult is also wasted. So CSU now just has a 3v2 retake. And they get Yumi's Cypher ult ability. And at what cost, though? BGSU will take their 2nd round.
They're not getting the message. Leave it to... Here.
And now it's CSU that if they lose this 3rd round could possibly be in some money trouble, but NECC starts it strong with a 2k as Ivan goes down and can't clean it up. And NECC tries to throw his teleporter away, but he doesn't realize that the space is just being given up. Meanwhile, Isaiah is just pushing up. taking the space aggressively as ISO. And they're going to stay committed to this A long hold, but they know it's a push through garage. They hear it. So they're going to have to just end up playing retake on the C site. And normally I'd be okay with that, but against a Sova ult and against a Cypher ult and against a Breach just being Breach, this can get very difficult to do.
I'll handle this. I'll return.
And we're going to look and see. Yoru gets 2. Gonna try to make a play out of it. Can't. And now it's a 1v3 for NECC, who has it half, but can't get it done, as BGSU will now get a 3rd round. I don't know what they called in that timeout, but whatever it did, it's starting to work a little bit, and that's very scary for the Vikings.
Cutting through.
And again, it seems like Cleveland State's just wanting to play retake here. I'm gonna grab the microphone because I'm leaning back. Hello, audio. As they throw out, or the enemies throw out an Astra ult, and Ivan falls back. Once his gun, gets his gun, tries to bait some shots out, has to run through, but can't get a kill. And now it's up to Yumi again in a 1v5. Probably just gonna end up dying to Spike, or maybe playing to get an exit frag or 2. Gets 1. That is the faded Windows XP. The tripwire gets 2. I mean, that's a good attempt to play for an exit, but alas, it will not work out fully, and it is now 7-4. And CSU will take a timeout, courtesy of Cross initiating that vote. And now it's again now the ball's in CSU's court. You know, what do you discuss? What do you try to figure out here off that 4-loss streak? You do get 2 timeouts, so maybe they're gonna try to just run something different, or probably gonna try to get a read, try to take some space off that read. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a very util heavy mid and leave one person to fight at C long, since that's what their spawns look like at least. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just, you're just discussing, reset your mental, get the read, figure out where you want to go. Seems as if they're just going to leave the B site open. Cypher, if you want to set up, you got to get over there quick. There's going to be 1 trip on the B site. Meanwhile, Bowling Green is about a full send towards A. And by full send, I mean the Neon is literally already on site. Like, by the time you set up, oh, the spike's going down. Okay, cool, so it's a 5v5 plant, as you do. Naturally. And CSU already on the retake. Glove says no peeking, as the Breach uses an ultimate, and they're going to try to fight this up. And this is a hard fight to take. And Bowling Green saving all of their ultimates for the final round just seems to be working out very well. Cross will go down. It's all up to Ivan. He gets sprayed through the smoke. And what already looked to be a very bad half from Bowling Green, they do recover and get 5 on the attack. But as we know, Haven, 3-site map, very attacker-sided.
This one time where
Actually, never mind. Closed voice lines are the best in the game. Change my mind. Fight me on that. I don't care. I will defend that take. Nah, I mean, maybe CSU in that timeout was also discussing what they want to do in this first round of the half. I mean, lots of different options they can do here.
Out of charges.
Here's as if they're heading for another C default, which is something they have tended to enjoy. At least in these early stages. And there's a lot of noise being made towards the middle. It looks to be a garage push, which is exactly what BGSU have read. They're gonna ask that. It's a fake Aster smoke, and Cross gets caught out by it. And the spike is down C long, so they gotta go recover that. Meanwhile, the enemy Astra gets a 3K. I don't know how you play to recover that one, as Ivan gets a kill. But his position is known. He disguises the drop, gets a second. Can't get a third, though. Actually gets a third, can't get a fourth. And it is Cypher v Cypher. Who can outflank the other? I'm going to take a guess that a Cypher wins this round, guys. Hot take, I know. And just when the enemy Cypher thinks that the site's free, Yumi's gone. Yumi's just full send over to A site. And Cypher, I think, finally sniffs it out. You can plant by those boxes? Huh. Today we learned. And now Yumi just gets a very nice post plant where the enemy Cypher has to be careful around every corner. Checks the camera, but it is too late to spot. And Cypher's gonna be sticking. Yumi, 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 Yumi. Let's go. Pushes through, can't get the kill, and it's 7-6. BGSU mounting the comeback. Man, we gotta cast 2 close games tonight. This is amazing. Isaiah taking the Sheriff. And Yumi with the spike on a shorty. Yeah, that's the old shorty drop technique. We'll get hit by the breach. Here's all the utility coming up A long.
My ultimate isn't ready.
Cypher's ult is not ready. And it's just gonna be a storm into the B site where Windows XP is waiting to shut down like it always does. And CSU gets the spike down, but it's in a 3v5, so they're going to have to try to go hunting for a pick as NECC almost gets caught out. Does get blinded by the breach, teleports away. Breach gets another blind, Cross with a lot, and now it's a 2v1. Now it's a 2v0. CSU steals one off of...
gun here. You know, I could just outlive them.
questionable pushes by BGSU. Definitely didn't look like they were playing as a team there. But a round win's a round win. It's 8-6. CSU finally breaks the winning streak that BGSU had. Yeah, I don't really have much to say tonight. Like, again, these are just placement matches. So, you know, we're here, we're living life. L-I-V-I-N. Maybe I should have brought some hot chocolate. I think that would have fit the atmosphere more for tonight's matches. With some hot chocolate, chillax, get to watch some Valorant, get to cast it from the couch. I mean, not to say that these matches have any less importance. I mean, technically speaking, they do. But the vibe is definitely different when you're just, you know, chillaxing, just playing for a placement in the league. As Ivan gets caught out there, Man, we really got to stop spectating him because he's like Ivan's been doing good as Shucky goes down and Cross picks up the trade. Ivan's been doing good, right? He MVP'd last match. It's just not when we spectate him as Yuumi gets one but gets traded as a 2v3 against CSU, but NECC's on a flank. Gets two, and now all of a sudden it's a 2v1, make it a 1v1. Shout out the varsity freshman. He doesn't get scanned by the Sova dart, though. And the Sova knows that time is up. 30 seconds, though. Plenty of time. Plenty of time for Gavin to make a move here. But 30 turns to 15 quickly, and 15 is going to turn to 10 quickly. Sova not looking the right way. Gavin takes his time and gets the kill. The score's now 9-6 in favor of CSU.
Time to jump.
And looks like CSU, after feigning a little bit of A pressure. Actually, they feign A pressure, they feign C pressure. What are they doing? They know their garage is cut off, so they can't really rotate unless they're going to try to say screw it and do it anyway. Ivan just getting C? Ivan? Oh, well, was getting C. Yuumi is there to join him. Shout out Yuumi for eggs. Ivan here's the jump spot. And the Sova's gonna turn his back, but Ivan gets caught out by Windows XP. And I've run out of Windows XP jokes. There's one to be made, but I've run out. It's Monday, man. Speaking of, I hope everyone's Monday is going well. You know? Cross is gonna get the spike down, but CSU in a 4v5, 4v4, 4v3, 4v2. Off a 3K, 4v1. Can we make it 4v0 to keep in a flow? I don't know if we can. Cross looking to make it that way. Cross will finish it off. 4v0, 10-6. Yeah, go team. And BGSU is looking to be on the half buy, and they only have an Astra ult to show for it. Ah, yes, the very famous 5 Stinger light armor buy. I know some... I don't know, can I say some plat level player? Is that a common thing in plat?
Yes, very common.
Very common? Okay, I know some plat is probably getting absolutely tilted just seeing the buy. But... the Q's is... Okay. Oh, I see the play. Gonna fake the noise of the decoy and not realize that he's out, but it's too late as they're just gonna storm onto the site. And, I mean, CSU, it's a 4v2, but they have 2 very low health players. Ivan don't care. Ivan's gonna step in his smoke. He doesn't care. He gets a flash through. Never mind. He goes down. Not gonna use his ult as a 3v2. And it's a very winnable 3v2 as well, because Cypher's the only one with health, but Ice is going to get a heal off the ult, assuming he can live. Barely lives, but does live. And NECC will finish it off, and it'll be 11-6 in favor of CSU.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage.
And it looks like Bowling Green will call their second and final timeout of the game. And yeah, so instead of focusing on the tactics, Will, how's your Monday been?
Going pretty good.
Going good? It's good to hear.
And VCT knife.
Nice.
VCT butterfly knife. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, heck yeah. Is that, that's Yumi? Yeah.
Yeah.
Neo Frontier ask. Yeah. Ask.
Gino Hunter. I absolutely love the Gino Hunter. Oh,
Yeah.
this is my favorite.
VCT Karambit.
Yeah, the 2025 gun. This is the knife I've been using since it came out.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. The blue and the yellow one. I think that. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
It might be the EU one.
Gotcha.
The American one, the like orange. It's alright.
Yeah, blue and yellow would be
Right here.
Pacific.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it'd be APAC. Might be. No, EMEA is like just yellow. It's like yellow-green. So. Alright, we gotta see what BGSU comes up with out of the timeout, and it looks like they're gonna be stacking 3B and try to play from mid. Unfortunately, they're gonna run into everyone CSU as Cross gets 2. Cross gets 3, excuse me. So we called a timeout. It certainly was a timeout of all time, as Cross just shuts down any plan that might have had a chance of forming. And Shucky will get the 4th. And Nickuse is hunting. Bro, okay, bro was caught like a deer in the middle of the headlights.
Shock dart.
As Cross comes out to use the shock darts. It's all up to the enemy Cypher. I mean, you kind of have to go for it. But, you know, both players play in the Cypher cage. Cypher gets a second. Can go for it, but shut down by the 4K from Cross. And it's going to be 6 match points now for CSU.
Point.
And we get to see if they're cooking anything. Or if this is just as good as over. I'm interested to see the Sova dart.
Scanning ahead.
So what is this skin? Just basic A long dart. Okay. Yumi is checking out the middle and sees nothing in garage as well, so maybe they changed their plan. Probably gonna end up hitting garage. That is exactly what it looks like. And BGSU is as prepared for this as you can comfortably get on Haven. I mean, having 3 people towards the C side of this map can be a little rough. I count Ash just close enough. Yeah, having 3 people towards C can be rough, but it can definitely work in a given case. And it looks like Yumi's just gonna fall back and let Bowling Green take this flank as Shucky gets the first kill, a match point. Flash, so he gets down. Shucky gets 2. I want to see a high multi-kill to end this. That'd be cool. Do it. He doesn't do it, but Ivan's actually the one that goes down as Nickuse gets the trade. And it is every ultimate under the sun, but it doesn't matter. Yumi comes up behind them. I don't think they heard Yumi as Ivan finally gets the kill to stay alive, and Ivan will close it out with a 2K. And that will be GG's 13-6. From match number 2. As we check a quick look at the stats here before we continue. Well, pretty fairly spread out game, all things considered. Yeah, Lux has left the party. Unlucky. Yeah, so taking it back for a second. I don't fully know if we have a third match. So, hello webcam, we're a little laggy, but I'm gonna fix that. Hopefully, maybe not. I'm just gonna assume it's the PC. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty chill night if you can't tell. It's a Monday, and it's placement games. So I don't know if we have a third match. I'm leaning towards no, but I don't want to say no, have you guys get off the stream. So I'm going to take a quick break. When we return, I will give a brief status update. If we have another match, there's a good chance we'll go on a longer break, but I will update you guys before that point. If we don't have another match, I'll close out the stream, and I will give updates on what's coming next. Unless I have a ping. It's unrelated to Cleveland State, so we'll take this break, and I'll be right back. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Bowling Green was the last matchup of Valorant. Tomorrow, we have so much stuff going on. I don't know what's being streamed, but I guarantee one of these is being streamed. So allow me to pull up the schedule real quick. Smash NECC, Street Fighter ECAC, Overwatch Main has 2 games tomorrow, and League of Legends has games. So I'm confident one of those will be streamed. I don't know what yet. More than likely Smash Bros on mainstream and either Overwatch or League on side stream. Who knows? I probably won't be in the booth talking tomorrow, but I might be running camera. We'll see, and schedule dependent. Fingers crossed. With that, Will, do you have any final thoughts? Or alright, so we're going to sign out, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you guys. I don't know when I'll see you, but we'll see you hopefully tomorrow.